CES 2019, not CES 1979. Why is there a pinball machine here?
Pinballs are cool, that's why. First of all, consumer game, yes. Electronics, yes. We make games that are for game operators, which consumers play, but also for collectors, enthusiasts, soon to be a collector enthusiast over here.
Yes, absolutely.
And for rec room buyers, which is already a rec room buyer, somebody this one. Now with Beatles behind us, we have a fourth market segment, and that's the Beatles collectors. But we are having a resurgence. We're most of the market, to be proud and honest. We're probably 85% of the market, maybe 90 worldwide. We export half of our games, and with that, we've had a resurgence or a new growth in pinball. We're up 30-35% a year for the last 3-4 years.
So this is cashing in on nostalgia.
It's nostalgia, yes.
Wait a minute, it's Beatles
also,
behind you.
Yeah, and we've made nostalgia games. There's also gameplay. They're just fun. It's a ball and bat game. As the great pinball designer Harry Williams said, the ball is wild. It's a randomizer. It's just like baseball or tennis. Keep your eye on the ball. And there are rules. There's a sport here. Casual player can have fun, just like a casual player can have fun playing baseball or tennis. But there's also, they're competitors. There's 60,000 people ranked worldwide by the IFPA, the International Flipper Pinball Association. We have started the Stern Pro Tour.
See, I would be interested in that kind of thing. If you can have esports with games like Fortnite, you can have stuff like this. Back, I'm thinking Tommy and Ken Russell's Tommy and all that. I would love to be a part of that.
So then what makes this a modern day pinball machine? It's very high tech inside, even though there's still analog parts.
It's also high tech outside. We're no longer with old yellow light bulbs with reels. We have an LCD display where, our licensed titles. We show a video that is attached to the game, that makes sense to the game. We have, it's just like you don't buy a car with roll-up windows. We have power windows on these games. We have ramps and mechanical devices. You come tomorrow at 11 o'clock to our booth, South Hall 1, 21800, and you will see us introduce our new Cornerstone game, a game with a Pro, Premium, and LE model.
As far as the high-tech innards are concerned, though, this thing is internet connected?
It will be. It is not right now. We have a bus system that is scalable. We started it a few years ago, and instead of having a half-mile of wire, we're down to well under a quarter-mile of wire in a game. And all LEDs, so they're reliable. It has a lot of reporting back and forth, and we will be in the cloud. We will be internet connected this year.
Yes. I need to know how you managed to license Beatles material for this.
Okay, all of our games are licensed. This game we did with Kapow, which is a studio that my friend Joe Kamenko here. This is Joe Kamenko.
Hey, Joe.
And he's the one that he and I for 10 years worked to get the Beatles license. So to answer Alan's question, how did we manage to get the Beatles license, the first and only pinball machine with the Beatles title on it, 9 pieces of music performed by the Beatles, Ed Sullivan, cousin Brucey doing the announcing. A lot of hard work, a lot on his part.
A lot of years.
And amazing, because you're not even a Beatles fan, you're more of a Rolling Stones guy.
No, I'm a Beatles guy. No,
You're trying to get us in trouble, aren't you?
This was a white elephant.
So you have to work those licensing fees into the retail price of that thing, would you not?
Oh yeah.
How much does this game cost?
There's 3 different versions of this game. There's a diamond. There were only 100 made. There's only 1,964 games. You note 1964. Right. So there's 100 diamonds, 250 platinums, and the balance are golds. The golds sell on the Beatles website for $10,000.
You got 10 grand in your pocket?
That's not so bad.
No, I understand.
That's not so bad. Now wait a minute. Our regular pro game will sell for about $7,000, $7,000. So it's not that bad. This is the Beatles with 9 songs performed by the Beatles.
So if it took you 10 years to get the licensing, tell me about the time it took to actually build this, because I can imagine you didn't just pull this out of your ass. There's a lot of work that needs to go into this.
Well, the game took about 1.5 years, and it took a little more time than a normal game to develop because of the approvals, and everything had to be approved by Troy.
How do you make a great pinball machine?
Magic. magic.
Magic
The
and?
the last 2 or 3% of the design is magic.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. But obviously, we're fairly skilled in the art. Gary and I founded what is now Stern Pinball back in 1986. We're both second generation in the business, and it had to be a game that has flow and skill and mechanical targets to shoot down. And this was sort of a retro take, sort of like when you look at the Volkswagen Beetle or the redo of, let's say, the Thunderbird, where we wanted to make it a little bit more of a modern take on an old style pinball machine, as if this thing had been made in 1964 with today's technology. And I think we accomplished that pretty well.
Certainly in 64, there wasn't an LCD display with the Beatles actually on it.
Well, when we spoke last year, what I had learned was that a lot of your pinball machines are internet connected, such that because there are analog parts that will ultimately at some point wear out, you've got to ensure that the customer has that replacement part.
We're not internet connected now, but the game itself has all kinds of reporting in it, and in the hardware system, in the brains of the game. With the bus system that we have now, it will not only tell you what's wrong, it will overcome it by ignoring it and playing the game anyways.
Makes the game work no matter what.
Yeah. So, but again, you come by tomorrow, please do, and you'll see the new game that we're introducing, which is this is a studio game that we worked on together. The Cornerstone games, we make 3 of them a year in 3 different versions. They say a Pro, a Premium, and LE.
See, what I would like to do is I'd like to have one at Alan's house, and I like to have one at my house, so that every time the high scores come up, he can see how I kicked his butt.
Oh, please. Not a chance.
Oh, really?
Not a chance. You want to try?
We're going to try it.
Okay, let's see you guys play.
I'm kicking your butt, Alan.
I haven't even started yet.
Oh. Okay.
All right, Alan. Okay, here we go. I'm the new coach. Hey, I can use the new job. I'm getting tired of this one. Okay, there we go. Now it's got 4. And you did not. No, you got ball safe. Caught that on the magnet up at the top. Dropped the ball into the pop bumpers. Hitting it around. Behind the fab target and back to the flippers. Did you see that? Yeah. Hey, Zach. Oh no. No. Here. Jack, you do this. You do it. Wait, Jack. He professionally announced the pinball.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our player here has 2 balls in play. His ball save just ended. His jackpot is lit. 3rd ball is now in play. Ball save is ready. That ball's coming right back. Do not sweat it. If he can get that ball up to the top magnet, he's going to score a lot of points. Just keeps on draining. Come on, get control, buddy. You know you can do this. We're currently inside of the 2-ball multi-ball for All My Lovin'. We're down to 1 ball play. He's going to have to knock down Fab and 4 to get right back into the next mode. He just saved his shot. Hey, Internet, what's going on? All right, what are we going to do? Oh, just the barely creeping up there. Does not give it to him. Spells 1964. He's got all 3 of his drop targets down. That means extra ball is lit in the in lane. If he rolls over it, he will have another ball for play. Can he hit it? The extra ball light does change based on hitting the slingshots. Great nudge, great save. Can he get control and put it right where it needs to be? It has moved to the right in lane. Come on, that's it. Oh, and it bounces out. Can he keep it going? The magnet throwing the ball around. What is the innovation here? Get it, baby, get it. Ooh. An unfortunate right out lane. And that will be it for ball 3. Bravo. Alan Cross, you've done well.
You beat me by a full 1,000,000 points.
I still got it. Coming in from... Wow.
I hope you guys had fun.
Gary, thank you so much for joining us.
Because these are not heart-lung machines. They're all about fun. And that's all we want to do. Is have fun.
Las Vegas.